Yo, what's going on, guys? Bob Mentality here with another trade review for you. And today is November 2nd of 2018. It is Friday, and we just wrapped up a pretty nice week. I'm really pleased with how I traded this week. And I just want to kind of go over the trade I took today. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. And that trade was on the SPX. Right now I have the SPY pulled up, but we'll talk a little bit about what my thoughts were heading through this. So yesterday, essentially what we had was pretty strong day where Trump actually tweeted out and saved the market there on the 270. He essentially tweeted out, basically positive news regarding the meeting he had with the president of China, talking about the trade war, yada yada, that whole thing. Pretty much what happened is he tweeted out that talks were going well regarding with China, and the market immediately rebounded off the 270, reclaimed, it held strong all day. After hours, we had Apple opening up, announcing its earnings. So we had Apple announce earnings here on this day, and then essentially, during after hours trading, we saw a decrease in the overall market because of that, and especially in the QQQ, because Apple has as I recall, 15% share in the QQQ, and so we saw action that similar action in after hours as well there. But on the SPY, we saw that pullback, and then all of a sudden, around 1:30 a.m., the market shot up pretty quick. As you can see, we had some prints here from the 272. We were off the highs after hours. It looked bearish. We got bought right back up to the 276, actually over the 200-day moving average, which was at 276 even at the time. We broke above that, see here in pre-market. So the reason why we gapped up like that was because essentially there was a rumor at the White House that someone had said that we were going to go ahead and start drafting the deal with China regarding the tariffs, and so that's positive news. The market was relieved to hear it. We shot up here pre-market, had a double top, and as soon as we heard the follow-up announcement that someone else in the White House said that they're not quite sure exactly what's going on with that. We weren't that far along. The market just started selling off. So to open it up into this morning, my trade plan yesterday before all this happened was looking for resistance on the 273. Because we broke the 273, went straight to we ripped through the 275 and hit and above the 276 on the SPY. My trade thesis was invalidated at that time. So yes, I did believe we're overextended. However, I need to be careful because we had new fundamental news affecting the markets, right? This wasn't just technical. This wasn't just a run up and now we're going to start to see a fade. So how I handled that moving forward, we'll go ahead and jump into the current day here. We had the market open. We saw lower highs here heading to the open, a failure to break this high pre-market. My thought process was I wanted to wait through 10:30 a.m. and then after 10:30 look for a VWAP reject to go ahead and get short on. And by get short, I mean sell a call spread, a call vertical spread. And my deal was to get that as close over the 277 as I could, definitely over the pre-market highs there at 276. But I had a feeling if we started fading and the market really started selling off, we had a while to go because of the fact that over the past couple days, on the past 3 days, we had strong action ever since we bottomed out here on that 260. And we ran up here, 16 points here in like 4 days. So I was expecting a pullback towards 270. And I would like to have a call spread over the 277, 278 if possible. So on the 1 day time frame, I was waiting until after 10:30 because I didn't want to mess with this volatility. If for some reason we were able to find a higher low over yesterday's high, so over that 273, if we were to find a higher low here out of the open and rip up through highs of the pre-market, that'd be a very bad scenario. And I wanted to wait out the morning volatility because if I wanted to catch the all-day fade, that's what I would have needed to do. Wait out that volatility and then take a position. So unfortunately for me, as you can see, once we bounced up here into 9:45, we saw a pullback here to 10 a.m., a bounce here at 10:18 towards VWAP. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to continue to test, and we never tested. We dropped straight down here to the 271 from the 273 on the SPY, and we never even made it back to VWAP. Major bummer. I didn't want to chase this move on the way down. My roommate actually did chase it. He entered a call vertical spread. I think it was right about here, which is a pretty decent average given the fact that we continued fading through the day. But from here, I didn't want to chase right above the 270. If anything, I said, okay, well, I'll wait for a pop back to 273, 2735. We saw this pop back here, didn't quite get the 2735 or VWAP. It continued fading. So I was just like, well, I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to worry about it. So I hadn't made any trades on the day yet. I was just kind of studying, looking at some different charts, listening to the CNBC, seeing how the market was reacting to everything, and making my plan heading into Monday. So what ended up happening was we saw a continued trend through here, broke the 271, broke the 270, saw a bounce off that. Didn't quite get as high enough here. I said I'm still going to wait for VWAP. VWAP's been lowering all day. I'm not going to chase this move at the bottom. So I waited and waited and waited and waited, and bam, guys, guess what happened? Trump basically said, on live television, he basically alluded that talks were going well and that they will be, and that things are moving forward. It was just some, random sentence that essentially reiterated the fact that he's optimistic about these tariff deals, these trade deals with China, and the market instantly jumped up like 1% on that. So we jumped all the way here from the 270 to the 272, which is absolutely insane. We saw that huge pop up here, and now this was my entry level. This whole day, I missed my VWAP reject here, and I wasn't going to chase it, so I waited all day for a VWAP test, and we finally got it here at about 230, right? So we'll zoom in on this end of day. We saw the explosion here on Trump's tweet where shorts covered and people chased the market, chased his tweet thinking we're going to the moon. We saw a pullback here and volatility, and into this volatility right here is when I actually opened my call spread. What I ended up doing was opening up, because we saw that VWAP test, which is what I was looking for as far as a reject. I opened up a call spread on the 2750, 2760. It was a same day expiration there for November 7th or 2nd. I collected 1.15% in premium, and I opened that up right in this area right here, guys. And as you can see, we tested VWAP, pulled back. Now, the great thing about this trade is theta, which is time decay, was working in my favor extraordinarily well, because of the fact that we only had like an hour and 20 minutes or hour and 10 minutes when I opened it. I think I opened it at 253. It was in this consolidation here, and so we had about an hour left until the market closed, so that was dying off. We had a very short period of time for the price to move back up to hit my strike. And yeah, and so you see we saw a couple bounces. We just rejected VWAP essentially all the way into the close and been holding just under it through the close. So that was a really easy stress-free trade. Not much to say. We didn't collect too much in premium. But it was great, guys. It was definitely what I needed. I met my daily target, my minimum daily target that I look for per trade, and it was easy. You can't go wrong with that. I had an hour where I just kind of watched it, listened to the news, and then that was it. It was over with. So that was nice. Again, guys, I wish I could have got in here at the open, but again, I was trying to just wait towards that after that 10:30 volatility period for a VWAP test, and we didn't end up getting it till hour before the close. But it all ended up working out in the end. Collected the money, and it was an easy trade. To show you on the SPX what that looked like. On the SPX, it's very same chart pretty much, but we would have had to return here near the highs of the day by the close on that 2750 in order for me to take a max loss on the trade. And it's just highly unlikely given the amount of bags that were in this zone right here. As you can see, if I draw along here to the bottom of this consolidation from yesterday, you'll see that aligns with where we're topping out on the 2725. Because all the people who bought into this zone and were bag holding, and the people who didn't exit here were looking for the opportunity to get out near break even, and that's where they took it right here. So we would have had to climb extremely fast and extremely far and extremely fast to get to that 2750, and I was really comfortable with the trade. So that's about it. I slid into some profits there in the close on Friday. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. And again, my name is Bot Mentality. Continue to stay focused on learning to control your emotions, to develop that trading mentality, which is the bot mentality, so you can trade like a machine, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.